Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the new Papo 2019 Allosaurus. This is one of the first of the 2019 lineup to be available. The only other one that's currently out right now is the Brown Running Rex. This is a straight up repaint of the 2008 Allosaurus mold. Papo started producing dinosaur figures in 2005, and up until 2008 their whole dinosaur line mainly consisted of Jurassic Park style dinosaurs. So when the Allosaurus mold came out in 2008, it was a big deal. It was their first original dinosaur sculpt. This mold is now 11 years old, and it's still a great Allosaurus sculpt. There are a couple inaccuracies, but we'll go over those a little bit later when we pull the model in for a closer look. But right off the bat, this is the original 2008 Allosaurus mold, and you can see the paint scheme is totally different. The original is mostly done in like dull earth tones. Up until a few years ago, Papo models were usually very dully painted, and they have been getting more and more colorful as time is going on, which this Allosaurus repaint clearly demonstrates. So this new color scheme, like I said, is much more vibrant than the original. The main body color is kind of like a dark cream color. There's some blue highlights. You got a nice white streak starting from behind the orbit right there. The crest, eye crest, are done in a nice red, and the scales along the back are done in a red color. You got some nice black markings along the thighs and tail, some white spots along the neck. And when I first got this out of the package, with the promotional image that we saw, it wasn't as vibrant, but it's not too bad compared to the promotional image. It's not as bad as, say, P&SO. I love their models to death, but, what they show in the promotional images versus what you get most of the time are two totally different things. So before we pull this guy closer, let's do a quick measurement. This model is about 9.5 inches long and about 3 3/4 to the scales on the top of the neck. So let's pull this guy a little closer and take a look at that gorgeous Allosaurus head. Now this figure does come with a articulated jaw. Papo are masters of the craft of doing articulated jaws on their dinosaur models. Some companies aren't that great with it, like Collect A. Papo has definitely mastered this technique, and you can see those teeth are beautifully sculpted, all neatly painted, very, very little white paint smudges. I think the only smudge I have on this guy is right here along the lip. And looking inside that mouth, you can see a lot of nice sculpted detail, a lot of nice texture in there. Even the roof of the mouth is beautifully done. And you can get a closer look at those red along the top of the head. Now in the promotional image, the blue along the side of the head was a lot more vibrant. It's a lot duller in the actual production model, and that is probably a little slightly disappointed in that, but like I said, it still looks pretty close to the promotional image. You got that nice white stripe going down the side of the neck. And probably the biggest flaw on this Allosaurus, and same with the 2008 one, because since they're the same mold, the wrists are pronated. I kind of wish that Papo, since these arms are separately molded, they're attached to the figure while they're making it, that if they just did a slight resculpt of these arms and just turn the wrist to the correct position, and this would make this Allosaurus probably one of the best Allosaurus models on the market if they just did that tiny little tweak. And since we're talking about the hands, one thing they did get right is the inner thumb claw in Allosaurus is bigger than the other two claws, so they definitely got the size right on this inner claw. Along the back, You got some nice sculpted scoots going down its back with some nice spikes starting at the top of the head, some along the back, some larger ones at the base of the tail. The feet are beautifully sculpted. Toenails are painted black, so the hand claws. A lot of nice fine details on this model. One thing Papo always does right, for the most part, their models look alive. And that's one thing I absolutely love about this company. You know, yeah, some of their models aren't accurate, but they really nail that. This animal just stepped back from time and give it that alive look. And this model is very stable. You won't have to worry about it falling over. On my old Allosaurus, since it was left in storage for so long, one of the legs did warp. I just had to do the hot and cold method to get it to stand up correctly. But this is a very solid standing figure. So now I'm going to compare it to some other Allosaurus figures from other companies and some other dinosaurs. So we're moving on to my favorite part, comparisons. And first up for comparisons, I know I already took them out earlier, but here is the old 2008 Allosaurus. This figure, by the way, is discontinued now since this one was announced. So if you haven't picked up this one yet, I highly recommend you get it. Usually when Papo dinosaurs get retired in the next few months to years, the price really increases on them. And next is, this is the old Bullyland Allosaurus. And here is the Mattel Roarivore Allosaurus. And here is the new Safari 2019 Allosaurus, which right now is the most accurate Allosaurus figure on the market. The Papo Allosaurus is great, but if your collection is mainly focused, mainly focused on having like the most accurate dinosaurs with up-to-the-date research, it's a no-brainer to go with the Safari Allosaurus. And let's get out some of the other Papo dinosaurs. Here is the old brown standing Velociraptor. And the old stand-in green Tyrannosaurus Rex. So like I said, you know, Papo started doing dinosaurs in 2005, and they were mostly known for doing these JP style figures. And then when this Allosaurus came out, it got a lot of people hyped up, and Papo has been consistently making original dinosaur sculpts from that point on. And here it is with the 2018 Acrocanthosaurus repaint, which, by the way, is the best repaint Papo has ever done. And let's see. Here it is with their Stegosaurus. This figure too is also getting repainted in the 2019 lineup. That figure should be available a little later on this year. And here it is with the 2017 Papo Ceratosaurus, and these look really good together. And here it is with one of the big boys. Back. Such a big figure, the Papo Brachiosaurus, and those look fantastic together. And last but not least, here it is with the Papo Juvenile Apatosaurus, and I think these two look absolutely the best together. Just such a great pose, you know, two large Jurassic animals, predator and prey, usually when I had my 2008 Allosaurus on display, it was always displayed this way with this Apatosaurus. Final thoughts on this figure. Even though this is a 11-year-old mold, it's still a fantastic Allosaurus. It does have some inaccuracies, but it has that Papo lifelike charm, and I'm a big Papo fan, so I do highly recommend you pick this up. I got mine off Amazon. If you saw my unboxing video the other day, that's when I got this figure. I got it off Amazon for $26. It's also available on Everything Dinosaur for about $20. So with shipping from them, it should be probably roughly the same if you got it off Amazon. So I'll leave a link in the description to Everything Dinosaur and Amazon if you are interested in pick up this model. And as always, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. The channel is growing, and I do appreciate everyone that's been subscribing. I love interacting with you guys in the comments. So I'll see you guys for the next one.